Hi Cancer, welcome to Sideris LLC. I'm B, or welcome back. I'm going to be doing just a reading for you for right now. And because it's March 2nd, it's the new moon, we're going to be using our Moonology deck to open up. Okay, kind of just see what the sign of Cancer needs to know right now. What does Cancer need to know right now on the new moon? The energy is gaining momentum. I know I was tempted to say that in like a British accent, which I do not have, by the way, at all. Let's see. What else wants to come out? For the sign of Cancer. That was like, Okay, so just your dreams need a practical plan just flashed. Adjustments are required. It's time to release negativity. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Hallelujah, right? Whew. It's easy to say like, let it go, release, let it go, let it be released. But I know sometimes it'll be like, how do I do that? And the thing is, what I'm learning is you just kind of have to do it. You can't say how, you kind of have to do. You just keep going forward and you don't let things hold you back anymore. People, places, things, even yourself, your thought processes. Yep, don't let your past hold you back. There it is. Fourth one out. Conclusions are within reach. Well, that's good news. So let's get to the tarot. Let's get to the tarot and see what it has to say. That was so cheeky. I apologize. I apologize, Cancer. Okay. What needs to come out right now for the sign of Cancer? We have the King of Swords and the Fool. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Two of Pentacles. Ten of Wands and the Emperor. So Cancer, you're having a really, really hard time. Yeah. Not necessarily, okay? So don't take that on if it's not true for you, first and foremost, all right? Do not take that on. But somebody is having a really, really hard time letting go of the past. And it really is time. Like, you may have even physically walked away, because I feel like this is somebody I'm speaking to who has walked away from a negative situation, but it still kind of lives with you. Like, I just heard It Follows. Like, there's a movie. Actually, it's set in Detroit. That's really cool. But it's called It Follows, and it's about this energy that follows people wherever they go. It's invisible, but they feel it. And it's kind of a creepy movie, so don't watch unless you're into that. But there's something that's kind of haunting you, Cancer. And it doesn't have to be in an eerie way. It's just, even though you move like physically, or you change, your wardrobe, or you might get something else, you might change up something. It's like you want to refresh, but there's something that's kind of leaving a stench in everything you do. And I feel like this boils down to what I'm getting, like, because right off the bat we have the King of Swords and Seven of Pentacles for the overall energy. So with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, in order for you to continue to grow the way you desire to, because I feel like you desire to and you're working toward it, right? We have the energy is gaining momentum. The end of a tough cycle, like something you've been looking forward to the end, and you've been pushing for it. But it's almost like Gemini energy, where two pieces of you have to reconcile for you to actually go forward. There's something you're not admitting to yourself about how you are holding yourself back in a situation, potentially. And it could even be thinking about how somebody else held you back. When we let go of things, and I'm learning this, so please don't take this as me being on a soapbox, because I am the farthest thing from perfect. But when we let go of things, we have to let go of the thought of it too, a lot of the time, the idea of it, because when we let those thoughts take hold in our mind, they set up shop, they grow. And like where your focus grows, where your focus goes, grows. And it's like your focus has been taken by something that no longer deserves your focus. And you already know it doesn't deserve your focus. So what you are going to have to do is release taking yourself back to that place, person, place, or thing, because the Wheel of Fortune is here and waiting for you to kind of take advantage of it. And you may be like, well, how? Just by focusing on the new, focusing on the good in your life, focusing on the things you do want, which is really, really beneficial in new moon energy, because you can take this new moon time and be like, this is what I want. Maybe you can journal. I just got journal how you visualize your best life. Your best life. Almost as if that painful stuff from the past never even happened. How do you visualize your best self? Like, what is he or she doing? Write it down. That might help you actually visualize it if you're having a hard time focusing on like the positive things in your life. Because I feel like you're surrounded by positivity, except for this need for you to take charge with the Emperor over this like stress that keeps wanting to creep in over situations that are dead and gone. And I'm hearing a song now, Justin Timberlake and T.I. I turn my head to the east, I don't see nobody by my side. I turn my head to the west, nobody inside. It's Sighter. I turn my head to the, whatever. I can't remember all the words, but it's saying like you have to let it go. Like you have to just keep moving forward. And it's hard because you're going to be tempted to think about these things. They're a part of you. They're things that you had focused on for so long. Not even intentionally, because it was just your life, your day-to-day. The people that you loved and cared for, maybe that for whatever reason, Queen of Cups. People you used to really like celebrate with, Two of Cups, maybe old partnerships, old marriages, old friendships, old lovers. Things that, exactly. It's like you're thinking on almost what could have been in those days. Like it's such a shame they can't come with me, or I'm moving forward and I wonder what so-and-so is gonna think. Like you're gonna have to let go of what other people think as well. And I meant no disrespect to that song. It's a good song. I just cannot remember the words. But I feel like Cancer, you're gonna just need to release this Eight of Swords energy, which is kind of a self-entrapment of the mind. Because what you are is the King of Pentacles, and you don't want to jeopardize this King of Pentacles status, man or woman, by focusing too much on the past towers. Like, so-and-so really broke my heart, but do I even talk to him anymore? Or do I even talk to her anymore? I wish them the best, I release them. I hope their life is beautiful, I'm moving on. Truly. Wherever they are, good for them. Now it's done. I'm letting that go. That girl who cheated with my man behind my back, I'll just never speak to her again, and I won't give her my thoughts anymore either. And that guy who was my man, goodbye. Onward and upward. You have other things to think about now. And that's okay. It's like you got to realize that, yeah, those things have come to an end with the world, judgment. It's time for you to realize, to truly realize you have to let it go too, not just physically, but mentally. And if that takes you letting out a couple good cries, let out a couple good cries. Yeah, have a moment, take a moment. But don't sit in the regret, right? Because your new beginning is here. This is crazy how this works out sometimes. Yeah, but you can't keep focusing on how you had to defend yourself, how you always had to have your guard up, and how you were always stabbed in the back. So yeah, the time has come for you to really work toward moving forward. Work toward it. So that's going to be practice, like we were saying earlier. Write down in a journal. How do you visualize, especially on this new moon? Visualize your new life. Visualize your present. Like, what is it you want to carry on with in the day? And how do you see yourself really being the best version? Like, if your life was a movie right now, which life is not a movie, but in a perfect world, what would your day look like? Start to visualize it. What do you want to achieve? What are you actually working toward achieving? And celebrate yourself along the way. Like, what have you already achieved that you had only dreamt of before, and you've done it? Like, Cancer, you need to really, really celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself and truly forget about the people who refused in the past to respect you. Because that's what I feel it is. It's like you were hoping for respect. You're hoping for respect in that reciprocity that just never really materialized in a way that was satisfying to you, because you give. It's like in the nature of Cancers to give that kind of love and respect. And unfortunately, we can't expect that from everybody else, right? So that's what you got to work toward. Accepting that. Acceptance is going to be very important there, and really letting it go. And the new moon is the perfect time to do that. By not even focusing on like, I release, but saying, I accept. I accept things as they are. I saw something today on Instagram that was like, I see things for what they are. And I think that's a really important affirmation. Maybe you should use, Cancer. I see things as they are. I see things for what they are. And then maybe try journaling or something if this applies to you. It may not apply to you, but I know it applies to somebody. So let's go over to the Rebel deck and see what the Rebel deck has to say. What does Cancer need to know about this from the Rebel deck? What does Cancer need to know about this from the Rebel deck? You might need some rest, Cancer. You're being asked because you're tired, face to pillow now. So yeah, if you're at the close of a cycle and the start of a new cycle, or you know, that in between while you're getting revved up to do new things, you probably need to catch up on some sleep, or just maybe take a vacation if you can, and get some good rest in. You're giving too many fucks. Give zero. Yeah, stop letting those people that didn't deserve you, or those situations, rent space in your mind for free. You're not getting anything good from it, right? You think someone is lying? They are. Listen to that very, very strong intuition that you have, Cancer. So that might be a separate message for some of you. Yeah, you're giving away your power. You're a badass, act like it. And in that, I feel like it's almost not sulking, but on the borderline of sulking. Like just letting these people continue to take up your time, even though you're not there in their presence anymore. So it's time to honor yourself, Cancer. And you can do that by moving forward onto good things that are actually good for you mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that includes letting these people go, because they're a burden. 10 of Wands energy. So take charge. That's why the Emperor is here. It's like, take charge. Be a leader in this situation, even if it's just a leader of yourself. You leading your own psyche away from all this stress by intentionally getting rid of these repetitive thoughts and cycles of focusing on the past and what coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of energy, right? It's done, it's gone, and you have better things to do. I love you, Cancer, and I'll be back soon. Bye.